All right, we are recording. We are here, 2026. Welcome. Please find a comfortable seat on your mat, and we'll start there. I'm going to back up so that if you need to adjust your microphone or your volume, you can. Be talking from here. Can you still hear me okay if I talk from this far away? All right, I got one or two thumbs up. That's a good sign. All right, take a moment just to be in your posture. Take your awareness to your spine. We had some requests for basically the whole body. Tightness in the larger muscles of the legs, stiffness in the hips and shoulders. So we're going to just do a well-rounded practice and see where that gets us. One of the keys there is that we're to stretch our proprioception to our whole body. So as you find your seat, just take attention to the part of your body that's connected to the floor. Very likely your ankles and your sit bones. And just notice how your weight is being distributed through your base. Now, I can already feel in my own body a little bit of a twist, a little bit of tightness on one side more than the other. Almost like you're taking a mental snapshot of where your tightness may be, stiffness, however you want to frame it. You don't have to do anything about it just yet. A practice is, especially a well-rounded practice, by the end, the whole body should feel kind of neutral and even. And so we'll revisit this shape at the very end of class and see if that snapshot of how you feel is different. So you're just taking a little energetic snapshot of how the body feels in this position. Good. Maybe you want to just take a mental note of like those spots. Some of you mentioned it verbally, but maybe just touch with your hand the location of any of those spots that come up for you to have a little bit extra sensitivity throughout our practice. That's like just your own little, you're babying. You're going to be extra watchful, extra mindful of that area, even if I'm not necessarily cueing it. You'll cue it in your own awareness. Good. Let's start with a little bit of this is called box breathing. We're going to inhale for 4 counts, and then we're going to pause for 4 counts. Then we're going to exhale for 4 counts, and then we're going to pause for 4 counts. So you can think of it like a box. There's 4 parts to it, and each part is equal length. If this doesn't work for you, if you feel strained during the holding, feel welcome to just inhale and exhale or change the numbers. Breathing in through your nose. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold. And I'll just cue the cues. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Hold. 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 Inhale. Hold. Exhale. And release back to natural breathing. Give yourself a moment to notice any effects. Already that energetic signature, how you're holding your body might feel a little different. And after you've taken a moment, come to all fours, hands and knees. These moments where we just feel our body, like now we think about what we've changed, got the knees on the ground, are they comfortable? And your hands are now bearing weight. So we take our attention to this mindful, conscious, present moment. And just notice, is the palm flat? Is the weight distributed from heel to fingertip? Feel and breathe. Start to rest down through your spine. Good. Stretch back through your left foot. You can kind of tuck the toes and push through the heel to stretch the calf and the sole of the foot. Breathe here. And notice what's opening. Notice how this is opening the hip and the leg, ankle joint. Replace the knee, step the right foot back. Press through the heel so you straighten the leg, stretch the leg. Yeah, let's just do the second side. Breathe there. Steady breath. Feeling and noticing in the present moments. Noticing emotion and body sensation is more present than thoughts. Thoughts require a whole story to make sense, a past, usually a future. But a sensation is just happening in this moment. And so it's closer to yoga. You're going to do the same idea, but you're going to step your left foot out off your mat. You can see if you can get your whole foot kind of flat on the floor. You don't have a plant in the way like I do. And the knee can be almost straight, if not straight. And just kind of press through the outer edge of the foot, inner edge too. This is the inner leg might be stretched, the back of the leg still. Breathe here. Bend the knee and lift it up as high as you can, and then replace it back to center. When you're ready, you'll step your other leg, your right foot out. Then get the leg straight if you can. But I prioritize the foot flat. So you're pressing the whole foot down, but that outer edge probably needs a little extra attention. And just feel the stretch, feel what's activating. And you're training yourself to be present for the moment, mindful of the moment as opposed to what our thoughts might tell us, which is almost always about the past and future. And so being present for our sensation of the body is closer to yoga than lost in thought. Good. Bend the knee and lift the knee as high as you can, and then bring it back. Squeeze the knees close together, so almost touching if you can. If you can't comfortably touch the knees together, put a block between them and squeeze the block. And then also squeeze your ankles together so you can feel some inner thigh engagement. And as you feel that inner thigh engagement, slowly keep the ankles and knees touching. Shift your hips back and notice where the stretch is. It's going to be more in the hip and knee and core than just like your big leg muscles. but you can still feel the shift in tension. Good. Come all the way forward. Maybe even back your knees up a little bit as you lower down to the ground. Place your hands under your shoulders and push the ground down and then forward. As you push the ground down and then forward, bring your upper body up. Good. Some of you now can then take the moment to hang your head like a bowling ball, releasing the back of the neck, trying to create some space between your shoulders and ears. Be mindful, make sure it feels good. Make sure it feels right on your body. And then release into the mat. Press down through your hands and push forward as again you wheel up with your upper body. Breathe here. Press firmly through your palms. Notice where you're activating your awareness, what's stretching, what's strengthening. And you're building a present moment awareness. Hang your head. A yogi practices these hatha yoga poses to move energy, to say, hey, I'm going to become conscious of this body apparatus. I'm going to become conscious of what I'm experiencing more deeply. And through that exploration, maybe get to know myself better. Good. If it's available to you, you're going to take your arm and go wider, like on your fingertips. Go wider on your fingertips and push down through your fingertips and lift up maybe a little higher. The arms might straighten, they don't have to. And then melt your heart, melt your ribs through your shoulders to kind of loosen up the stiffness in the shoulder here. Breathe. And then lower all the way down. Press your palms into the mat. Lift up and go all the way back to kneeling this time. Sorry, child pose. So your arms are extended out in front of you. Then pull the hands back towards your knees. Inhale, come up to kneeling posture. Support your low back or your hands on your hips and stretch your chin to the sky. And here, major shift in body shape. Notice, become conscious in this present moment. It's amazing. If you really look at it, oftentimes you can become conscious for just like a half a second, and then your thoughts will almost immediately come back in and take your attention over. Yoga practice is just building a dedication to what we're feeling in the present moment. We're using body sensation, but for many of us, consistent breathing is the way to create continuity. Exhale, lower back down. So often the movement cues have a breath cue with it. Exhale down. That reminds you that the breath is continuous. Let your forehead touch the floor, get it low to a place that's comfortable, and stretch your arms forward again. Lengthen your back, lengthen your shoulder blades on your. Inhale, come all the way forward toward that tabletop position again. Plant your right knee more in the center of your mat so you can take your left leg back and up this time. And you can lift it above your hips if available and feel your glute muscle, your back of your leg muscles fire to help hold your leg up. Let's just breathe there and hold that shape. Notice what's working. Make sure nothing's overworking. Building present moment awareness. Keep breathing. Good. Lower that leg down. Put the left knee in the center and shoot the right leg back and up. This time it's okay to go above your hip, even above the head height, and then hold. Let your glute, back of the leg muscle, fire and tone. Keep breathing, but try to get a little bit more presence for the body sensation before our wily thoughts occupy our attention and pull us away. Good. Lower back down. Sit your hips back. Inhale, come up. Stretch your arms up into the air and spread your palm brightly. Spread your fingers brightly. Try to feel the stretch of the thin muscles in your hands, the tendons in your hands, opening up the palm. Good. Interlock the fingers if you can behind your head. If that hurts your shoulder, separate them like this. Any amount. With the hands behind the head, press your head into your hands and pull your shoulders and elbows back. As you pull your shoulders and elbows back, notice the stretch across the chest and be present for it. Breathe into it. Fill your attention. You could even probably, if you wanted to, like play music in the background here for yourself if it helped you keep attention. A lot of yoga classes even have music. This practice is about developing just my breathing, and the sensation of the body is enough to hold my awareness. Release the hands, take them to your sides, and spread them out in the letter shape of a capital A. Yeah, good. Really extend through your elbow, and then rotate the arm bone in the shoulder. This is really good for shoulder pain. A lot of shoulder pain comes from rounding our shoulders forward. And so this extension and then rotation outward really helps open up the front of the shoulder, which can get pinched and tight. Breathe and fill up into your upper chest, upper ribs. So those shoulders move back on the body. Looks good, everyone. Hands on the thighs, sit your hips back. Pull your elbows back and melt your chin and heart forward. So you squeeze your upper back muscles here. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Good. Place the hands back on the mat and come to tabletop again. Step your right leg back, and you can even turn your left foot, one of the knees down, you can turn that foot out so your body has opened to your right. Yeah. And now you're going to lift. I need more space. Now you're going to lift your right leg in the air and flex it. Yeah, good. And you can feel your outer leg, your outer glute muscle activating and firing. Make sure it's not moving forward or back. Try to keep it in the straight plane there from head to hip to foot. Good. Breathe, hold, and notice in the present moment what's happening. Building strength. Good. Let's stay aware and shift to the other side. So switch sides, turn, extend, etc. Turn open and lift the left leg up. Flex and engage. Good. Looks good, everyone. Breathe and hold. So still keep some mindfulness in your bottom arm, your right arm, shoulder strong, palm is flat. Present. My one friend, I was like, and I was still first sort of exploring mindfulness and meditation. I was like, how do you stay mindful? He's like, how could you not? You're always mindful of something. You're always mindful of something. It's what are you mindful of? And is it serving you? Sometimes being mindful of the thoughts is just not serving us. So we turn our attention to something that's a little more manageable. Our embodiment. Come back down, neutral. Good. When you're ready, push down through your arms. We're going to hold downward dog for about 5 deep breaths. When you're push up and back, downward facing dog pose. In downward facing dog pose, mush your shoulders down towards your feet and down into your palms at the same time. Keep breathing to help stay with the sensation. Come back to kneeling or tabletop. We're going to do a plank pose. We're going to do this plank pose on our forearms. You can keep your knees down if you'd like. And this is everyone's favorite pose. Of all the poses we've done so far, this one, people are eager to stop being present for the sensation. And before, sometimes you want to hold on, so you just start thinking about who knows what, but the body is still there feeling. So you can do this on your knees, just back your knees up. Try to keep your hips and shoulders level. You can straighten the legs if you prefer. Keep your elbows under your shoulders. And breathe. Breathe and notice what's engaging, what's speaking. Right? It's a different language, but it is speaking. Your app might be saying, please let this end. I don't know what they're saying. They might be saying, we're really glad we're doing this. Nice and slow. Release your pelvis into the mat. Keep your elbows under your shoulders, so maybe make an adjustment. And push down through your elbows and hands. As you push down through your elbows and hands, pull this time. Pull them back so it brings your heart forward and spreads your collarbones. Breathe into the experience of the pose. So you look like a sphinx, poised and collected, yet very present. Good. You can slide the hands a little further forward or just keep them where they are and extend your arms straight. So it's like a cobra pose that's stretched out. And again, try to melt your ribs and heart through your shoulder blades this time. Stretching and making space in your shoulder joint. Shoulders move back, away from the ears and the hands. Exhale, lower down. Good job. Let's do a little thigh stretch. Just kind of complete the warm-up of the body. You're going to bend your left foot. No, bend your left knee and hold your left foot. Hold it anywhere that feels good to you. And then start to bend the elbow a little bit and pull that heel toward the outer hip of thumb. The way to do this is to do this on your side. You might have more access and mobility there. Go right ahead. We just want to work on the quadricep. That's that big leg muscle. Upper front leg muscle. Yeah, called the quadriceps. Good. Release that. Let's switch sides. You can roll if you would roll to the side. You're going to bend the elbow just enough to engage the quadriceps. So from the top of the knee to the front of your hip, your muscle spreads all the way down from the front of the hip to the top of the knee, quadricep. Really important muscle group. I think they're considered the biggest muscles of the body. And release. Good. Push up and then walk your feet halfway forward on your mat. Rock back into a squat so your feet are flat on the floor. Let's come up to standing pose. Standing posture. From standing posture, take a moment just to rock on the four corners of your foot and create a balanced base. And that the feet are parallel, or you can think of the outer edge of the feet as parallel or very close to it. Once you have that, look out straight ahead, reach down through your fingers, and just be present for your current skeleton, the current way you're holding your posture, mindful of sensation. Good. Inhale, lift the arms up. Do a little simple flow of movement. Exhale, bow forward, just hang the body. You slide the hands down the legs. Inhale, flat back. Try to just be universally aware of the body. Exhale, release. Inhale, swoop the arms up, any amount. And then exhale the arms by your side again. So you know all these poses. Let's just work on being mindful of the whole body moving through space at ease. Inhale up. Exhale, bow. Whole body moves at ease. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, release. Inhale, all the way back up. Exhale by your sides. I'm going to start to add poses as we go through. Just keep it flowing. Inhale, arms up. Hold your right wrist. Exhale to the left. Inhale, arms up. Exhale to the right. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, bow. You've got blocks. You can put your hands on those blocks. Inhale, stretch forward. Exhale, step your right foot back. Inhale, bring your arms up. Upper body up, warrior one. Exhale, hands on your hips. Inhale, pull your elbows and shoulders back. Exhale, reach your right hand as far forward as you can, staying upright. So a little bit of a twist. Inhale, lift your right arm all the way up. And then exhale, hands onto your blocks. Inhale, step forward and stretch your chin forward. Exhale, release. Inhale, left foot back. That must be an exhale. It's okay. Exhale here. Inhale, come all the way up, warrior one. Exhale, hands onto your hips. Inhale, elbows and shoulders back. Open your chest. Exhale, reach your left hand straight forward as far as it'll go. Inhale, lift it up as high as it'll go. You can even back bend a little bit. Keep your front knee bending. Good. And then exhale, hands on the blocks. Step forward. Inhale, extend your chin forward. Exhale, step your right foot back. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, arms to the sides. hands on your hips. Inhale, open your elbows and shoulders back. Exhale, reach your right hand forward. Inhale, open and lift it up. Exhale, step forward, bow forward. Inhale, extend your chin forward, doing great. Good job following along. Good, staying present. Exhale, step your left foot back. Inhale, lift up, warrior one. Exhale, hands to your hips. Inhale, elbows and shoulders back to open your chest. Exhale, reach your left hand forward. Inhale, reach straight up with that arm. Make a little bit of back bend. And then step forward on the exhale. Inhale, flatten your back. And then sit back, chair pose, deep chair pose. Your belly muscles can touch your thighs. Push with your legs. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, arms to your sides. Pause and feel your body in the present moment. So that one, we didn't really reference things, but we just gave us so many cues that helps us focus. That's the power of flow yoga. There's so many cues, moment to moment you're moving, the mind feels very focused. And so you're being present. You were there. You just weren't being conscious and mindful in the same way as we are right now. Just feeling the body. Let's try another set of flows. Again, we're just really like just dialing into our focus, losing our sort of how the thoughts like to move into past and future. Presence through flow, breath and movement. Inhale, reach up tall and come up onto your tiptoe. And then exhale, hands on your knees, sit down really deep, belly to thigh. Inhale, extend, flat back pose, reach your chin forward. Exhale, right leg back, way further this time. Inhale, warrior two. Good. Exhale, pull your shoulder blades back. Look up. Inhale, lift your arms up and straighten your front leg. And then exhale back to warrior two. Inhale, lift the left arm straight up. And then exhale, step to the front of your mat. Inhale, extend your chin forward. Exhale, step your left foot way back. Wait for the rhythm and focus. Inhale, all the way up, warrior two. Exhale, pull your shoulders and arms back a little bit as you look up. Inhale, both arms up, straighten your front leg. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, lift the right arm up. Exhale, hands to the block, step forward. Inhale, stretch your chin forward. Exhale, sit back so your belly touches your thighs and lift your arms up. Inhale, hold it. Good job. Exhale, extend your legs back to mountain. Good job. Let's do the whole set again. Inhale, arms up. More focused now because you know what's coming a little bit. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale, stretch forward. Exhale, right leg back. Wait for it. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, squeeze the shoulders and arms back. Open your chest. Inhale, arms up, straighten your leg. You can look up. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, lift up the front arm, reverse warrior. Exhale, hands to the blocks and step forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, left foot back. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, shoulders and arms back. Open the chest. Inhale, straighten the legs, arms overhead. Exhale, warrior two. Good job. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, hands to the blocks and step forward. Inhale, lift your body up and bend your knees so your belly's on your thighs. Exhale, push down through your legs. Mountain pose. Same thing. We're not flowing, but we're being present for our body's sensations. And rather than us being directed on what to notice, we're feeling for ourselves. What do we notice right now? Great job. Bend your knees and take a wide stance on your yoga mat. If you like having your block, you can move them, move them to the other, the wide edge of your mat. I like the blocks. Good. Take a moment. This is a wide-legged mountain, has its own benefits, and we often just think of it as a transition pose. Push down through your feet. Push down through your feet. So you're feeling the outer edge of the foot and the inner edge, even pressure. Maybe you can go a little wider and try to keep the outer feet parallel. You should be feeling a little bit of an inner thigh stretch just by stepping wide. If you're not feeling anything, you might want to step a little wider. That's how you know. Okay, so once you feel there's a little bit of stretch in the inner thigh, feet are balanced. Take your hand to your low back, fingers point down, and move energy down through your feet. So like you're pushing with your hands down, and use that to open your shoulders back. This should feel good on your shoulders as much as your back. So you're pulling with your elbows and shoulders back to open across your chest. Now, lengthen your neck and breathe here. You can still look straight ahead. You don't have to look up to do this exercise. This is a stretch all in itself. Good. From here, slide the hands down to the outer legs and press your hands against your outer thighs. You can keep your hands pressing like this or take your right arm straight up. Good. Now slide your left hand down the left leg, the outer leg, any amount, but still press. Maybe don't press on the knee, either press on the calf or press on the thigh, the outer muscle. As you press down, keep stretching up through your right side. Looks good. Breathe here. Notice what you feel. Now lower that arm down over the left side. So across. The top arm comes across. Yeah, like side angle pose. And now swoop the hand out in front with your head as you bow over the center. So your both hands are on your shins now, each shin. Push down to come up. Inhale. Good job. Press against the outer legs. And then lift the left arm straight up. Good. Feel that the focus on the attention to the pose helps the mind stay present about sensation and not thought. You're just holding that, and it's not really intensity, but it's an intensity of focus. The body is still actually relaxed, even though it's toned. Slide the right hand down the outer right leg, any amount. Take the top arm further over. Good. Then swing it out in front along with your head as you bow forward. Push down for your legs. Inhale to come up. Look up. Good. Bend your knees deeply and pivot the heels in a little bit. And sit up tall in horse stance. So you're actively pushing the knees out some. Good. From here, cross your right elbow under your left elbow and hug your shoulders. Like try to grab your shoulder muscles, your shoulder blades behind your back. Breathe here. Sit a little deeper. Good. Straighten your legs, open your arms up and out. And then relax a second. So remember, the right one was on top. Hopefully I'll remember. Good job. Just hold mountain pose for a second. Let you give your inner thighs a rest. And then we'll step out nice and wide again. Mindful of the flow. Whole foot is grounded. Hands on the thighs, outer legs. Inhale. Let's do the second side first. Inhale, lift the left arm up. Slide the right hand down as you tip over. Press the left hand down. And then swing it around and forward as you bow. Push down. Inhale, come all the way up. Arms up. And look up. And lean back. Exhale, hands to your outer thighs. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, slide the left hand down any amount. Good. Take the right arm over any amount. Elbow straight. Extend energy without over efforting. Good. It'll open the shoulder more that way. Now swing the head and fingers forward as you bow forward. Hands to shins. Push down. Inhale, come all the way up. Arms up, look up. Turn the heels in and sink down. Good. Wrap the left elbow on top and hold your shoulder blades behind you. Breathe here. Straighten the legs and step to the front of your yoga mat. Good job. Take a moment. Feel your mountain pose. Let's do a moment of mindfulness just around our shoulder mobility and our shoulder mechanics. So if you have a block, go find a block. You can do this without one too if you don't have one. You're going to put the block on the wide setting and then press your hands against the block. You could even grip. You could press like this, or it's okay to grip the fingertips. So you can push in. Then you're going to extend the block out. You can start at the height of your see my arms are parallel to the ground? Then inhale, lift up your shoulders a little bit and try to move the shoulders back on your body. So it's like you're pulling the block towards you. You can even do that for juxtaposition. You can turn to the side and see in the camera for yourself. Like the shoulder blade is doing that. My spine, my core isn't really moving. My shoulder blades broaden. When you reach forward, you broaden your shoulder blades on your back. And when you pull back, you tone the shoulder blades on your back. This one's really healthy for a lot of shoulder injuries and issues in the 21st century. Okay, good, relax. So that was the learning portion. Now we're going to do the exercise with our knowledge. Hold your block. Inhale up. Squeeze the block. And once you've made some space, pull towards you so your shoulders get some, yeah, good. They move back. You got to keep your elbows straight. If the elbows bend, you miss out on some of the benefit. Or maybe you're just having a different benefit. I don't know what that what that benefit is though. Okay, now nice and slow. Keep your shoulders back, keep your arm bones back, and start to lift this block up without bending your elbow. And just listen. Listen and notice your present moment shoulder and see what you discover. You can go as high and as far back as you like. Listen. Let your body decide. Try to keep looking straight ahead. Don't use your neck to make the pose look different. Good. Some of you are letting your ribs kind of swoop forward. Keep softening those bottom ribs down. Good correction. And then come back down. Good. So some of you ended the pose a little early. That's good. That's if you notice that there's fatigue is setting in, that means it's time to come out of the pose. Good body awareness. We're going to do one more set. So again, if you want to come out a little sooner than the group, go right ahead. Because as soon as you lose the technique, then it starts to become like almost the opposite effect. It's not healing, in my opinion. Block out in front, press, squeeze it, and then draw it back or towards you. Slowly lift it up, any amount. If you're worried about your body's moving, you can actually do this against a wall so that you make sure your body doesn't move. Good. Stay steady where you find, let's call it the edge, like the edge of where you can do it with really good technique. And then slowly bring it back down. Good job. Good job. All right, put that block down on this, so it's the long, so medium setting, medium height, in front of the left toes. In front of the left toes. It's about 6 to 8 inches in front of your left toes. If you like using the wall for balance, you're going to do this exact setup and have the wall on the left side of your body. Okay. So if you want to use the wall for balance, you're going to have the wall on the left side of your body with the block in front of your foot. So, you know, you're pretty close to the wall, actually, if you're doing this at the wall. All right. What you're going to do next, you're going to step your right foot back and then grab the block. You bend your front knee. I'm going to have to move that block so it feels like a good distance. Now flex your foot and lift your back leg as high as you can. If you have a wall, you're going to put your heel on the wall. So you got to be close to the wall. Your left shoulder or your left hip might also be on the wall. And now flex the foot and lift it higher and higher and try to lift your, oh, sorry, so the right foot is what you're flexing, lifting, and lift your right shoulder higher and higher. So the shoulder and the foot, lifting them up as high as you can, trying to pull them up into the sky, which will stretch your left leg, your down leg. Good. Bend the knee, relax, come down. Nice job. I like it. Some of you have something higher than a block. Great adjustment for your body. If you're using the wall, you're going to spin on the wall and you put the block in front of your right foot. So the way we're activating the pose today, the top shoulder and the top leg are actively, we've done such good work opening those joints up, the hip and shoulder, that we're actively using the musculature to lift us up. And that's what's going to release the standing leg hip, okay? Step the left foot back a little, hold your block, get your base set up. And you already maybe have a shoulder or a hip, the right hip or right shoulder on that wall if you're using the wall. Now flex and activate your left foot. The left heel could be on the wall. And flex and activate and lift it up. And as you flex and activate the leg, activate the left shoulder and lift that up. So it feels like the whole left side of your body is pulling you into the sky. This will open up your standing leg. Keep breathing. And come down when you're ready. Good long hold, everyone. So one thing I'm noticing is that we're a little bit rounded. Okay, so I'm going to invite you to be a little higher. So if the block is too low, to use like a coffee table ledge. So something a little higher because we want to get the shoulders. What's happening, I'm seeing a couple folks, the shoulders are kind of closed and we're lifting them. It's still a good pose, but you can get more benefit if you can get this shoulder to twist open and lift up. Okay? So this time we're actually going to come into it from triangle pose first to kind of help you think about that shoulder turned, almost like they're stacked above each other. First side, left foot down, right leg back. And we're going to go into triangle pose first. So we're going to triangle pose on the left side of your body. Just keep your top hand on your hip for today. And think about pulling the right shoulder up and back to the sky. Like that's what it should feel like in half moon. It's the same amount of openness. Okay, so that's why we can use the wall for our support. Lift it up to go back. All right, now from here, you can bend the knee and grab your block or your table, whatever ledge in front of you. And then when you're ready, push and lift your back leg off the ground, flexing the foot as you lift it. And as you lift the back leg, lift your back shoulder, top shoulder, as well. Keep breathing here, stay with the pose. Mindful awareness. 2 more deep breaths. You're doing great. And then bend and release. Good. Look more open that time. Nice work. So again, second side, triangle pose first to create that rotation. And then we pull the shoulder and hip up to create the openness in the shoulders and hips. So muscular opening. Right leg's in front. So the wall will be on your right side. Triangle pose first. Just keep the top hand on your hip today and focus on the shoulder blade. We did so much work thinking about our shoulder blade lifting up to take us back. Good. When you're ready, find the block. Try to keep that openness if you can, and come up into half moon. So the back leg engages and lifts. Flex it. And lift the shoulder at the same time. That's the mindful awareness. That's the power of a modern postural yoga practice. It teaches great focus and clarity in our thoughts through body awareness, through breath presence. Stay with it. Keep breathing. Good. Bend leg, drop out of the pose, and step back to the front of your mat. Great job. With the feet slightly separated, let the knees kind of fall towards each other. And so you're like you had a piece of paper between your knees, and you could hold that piece of paper up. Make your outer feet parallel or even slightly pigeon-toed. So Billy, yeah, turn the toes in a little more. And start to sink down. Just kind of hang in the joints. This can release the outer hips and outer thighs if they got a little tight in that pose. So we're just giving ourselves a little counter posture here. So you can hopefully feel and see if you notice this release of outer hips and outer thighs here. Try to get more and more passive, like you're just surrendering into the bones, surrendering towards the earth. And when you're ready, you can separate the knees and squat down to a kneeling pose. And we go right into a pigeon shape. So slide your left knee forward and take the foot a little bit diagonal. And as you walk the other leg back, pigeon pose. You can do upright or bowed. And notice, like we've done all class, notice the stretch. Observe it in the present moment. Let your breath help keep you continuously present. But hey, if you get wandered off in some thoughts, that's what the practice is for. There's no problem, no wrong answers. You just gently come back to the practice again. Some people, the thoughts just never stop. They're happening, they're going on, but you're giving them less attention because your attention can be directed towards your body consciousness. Not body conscious, right? We don't become self-conscious of our image, but body consciousness. The ability for our mind to perceive feelings and sensations just as much as our thoughts. The neutralize through downward dog or tabletop, whatever. Right knee forward and take the foot on the diagonal and go into pigeon second side. Body consciousness. Stretching our awareness, not just our muscles. This is what makes it a yoga versus just another calisthenic. I think building a body consciousness, this can serve us in any movement activity. I went to China to study Qigong and Tai Chi, and my instructor at the end of the training, after she taught me the form, she says, for a beginner, very, very good. She was in broken English. And I didn't really mind. I didn't bother telling me I been doing yoga poses for however many years. Um, but I was able to pick up the poses, I think, a little bit faster than the average person because I had more just body consciousness, body awareness. I think this holds true in a lot of activities for a yogi. And familiarity with our senses. Good. Rock onto that hip. Swing the leg all the way around. Place the soles of the feet together. Just let the knees fall open for a moment. You can hold your ankles and let's let your arms feel like suspension wires as you lift up through your crown. Good. Slide your legs out on your mat. And slowly press your spine down into the floor until you're on your back. Bend your knees so your feet are flat on the floor. Push your arms down into the mat, hands near the hips. Inhale, lift up, bridge pose. And exhale down. Let's do this 5 more times, moving with your breathing. Inhale up. Exhale down. Be present. Be attentive to the whole body in pose. Inhale up, 3. Exhale down. Inhale up, 4. Exhale down. Inhale up, 5. Exhale down. Last one. Inhale up. And exhale down. Good. Stretch your right leg out on the mat. Take your left knee up. In the opposite hand, pull it across the body. Try to keep your left shoulder down on the mat today. And for a little bit deeper, stretch your left arm up and out on the diagonal along the floor. Feeling the stretch across the whole left side from palm to knee to foot. Inhale back up. Put the left leg out and take the right knee up. Pull it across the body with the left hand. Keep the right shoulder down if you can, and if you want, extend that arm up and out on the diagonal to continue the stretch of that posture. Some poses we have to, that's why I think there's advanced poses. It's not to show off. It's not performative. It's really not even for ego aggrandizement of look what I can do. But for the expression of focus, for the expression of awareness. We add complexity or depth to the stretch to hold our attention so that we can remain present. But to go past that, to overload our body, is just as detrimental, maybe more. Come back to center. Put your legs out straight, but keep them together. Bring your arms against your side body and squeeze your legs together and squeeze your arms against your body. You can scrunch the muscles of your face so your whole body feels some tension and the squeeze of the pose. All squeezing the midline. And then release that tension so the toes fall open and the palms fall out and open. You may be ready at this point for Shavasana, or you do it one more time. Squeeze. And release. And now you release the effort of attention. Free it to wander wherever it may wander, whether it's thoughts, sensations, or breath, or maybe just the quiet stillness beyond it all. Stretch your body. Feel your consciousness stretch back into your form. Try to keep a whole body awareness as you press up to a comfortable seat. Still feeling more than looking or listening with your ears. Just holding body awareness. Thank you for practicing. Namaste. Happy New Year to y'all. Glad you're here.